welcome to the Gen X Glam and Gab channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone, whether you're new, whether you're coming back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I know there are a lot of choices out there, and I'm just really excited to do this get ready, do my swab lips, my skincare, Warpaint, assess, blend, base, blend, lips, inspect, powder, spray, swab lips. But before we get into it, let's see what I got in my Ipsy bag. Because in my last video, which was like the eve of my 52nd birthday, 52 and living in hue. That's my mantra this year. Anyway, I did manage to go through and do a lot of show and tell on some recent Charlotte Tilbury purchases, but I didn't look at my little Ipsy glam bag. I'm expecting my glam box to come pretty soon too. So let's check it out. We've got a Get It Chica. Get It Chica. I get it. I get it. This is pretty clever. It's a face palette. It's a mini face palette. Apparently this brand, Chiquita, maybe that's the brand, Chiquita Beauty. They have a large all-in-one face palette. So maybe, you know, and what I purchased and what I was so happy with purchasing from Charlotte Tilbury on my trip to London was this all-over face palette, which I have been using every day since I opened it. Okay, I'm only on day 3, but I love it. I love it. I love it as much as the first time I used it. It's not going to just go on a shelf. This one looks a little bit, this looks like a potential stocking stuffer for someone. A little bit too much shimmer for me going on in those shades, but I do think that's a pretty blush color. And these are for sure my no mirror. These are my for sure go-to shadow colors. I love just this neutral base, and I just love a light brown for a pop of color. This Chiquita Beauty all over face palette is pretty nice. Maybe I will have to keep it for myself. A little Glow Recipe Avocado Moisture Barrier Cleanser. I love cleansers. I've said that so many times, especially travel sized ones. If it was some sort of serum, I would have used it right away. What do we have here? We've got a toner, Defense Toner from Lily Fan. I already put a toner on. I already put a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury Glow Toner on. And lastly, oh, a lip pencil. Oh, I would use this today if I can manage to, while I'm gabbing and doing my glam, get that plastic off. All right, let's go in. My goal is to get through all of this Charlotte Tilbury elixir serum very soon so that I can just say, hey, I finished it. I used it. I feel so accomplished. I know you guys do too. When you hit pan, when you finish up, you know, one of your favorite products, it's bittersweet because you're like, I really like that. I can prove that I liked it because I've got an empty laying around. But then it's like, okay, do I repurchase it? I liked it so much, but I have so much stuff to rotate through. So that's kind of where I am with this elixir serum. I do love it. I have repurchased it several times over the past several years. I have it in a mini. I still am undecided if I'm going to buy the Charlotte Tilbury 2025 Advent Calendar. It all depends. It all depends on the sales that Charlotte has at, you know, Black Friday and going into Cyber Monday. All right, almost done with the skincare. Then we need to assess after I get the skincare down. But actually, then we need to put some Warpaint down. So we're doing skincare and then Warpaint. Really should let that settle. Really should let that settle. I let the toner settle for a long time. It's the great thing about this serum is it does absorb it. It's absorbing right into that toner. The toner is soaking it up. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Toner has essence in it, which is a great ingredient that just absorbs all the stuff that you put on top of it. So my face is like, the serum is actually doing its job. Let's go in with some POV Whip It today for my last step of skincare, which is getting a moisturizer down. This product, I'll say it again, if you haven't tried Michaela Nagara's POV Beauty, at least her Whip It cream, because I only have used her Whip It and her Amp It, her lip balm, which I can't remember if I've told you guys this before, but this product is very good. The Amp It, if you're going to try one thing from the line, I would try that Amp It, because I really had this, when I got here, when I traveled here back in August, my lips were in really bad shape from the travel. I was delayed. It ended up being a lot longer travel day than I thought I was. I did have a balm on me, but I was just really stressed, and stress brings out all kinds of things, right? And I think it manifested in my lips. My lips were a mess when I got here. And so I started like drenching this on my lips like throughout the day, and especially at night. When you put this on at night, you wake up and it's one of these products still doing its job on your lips. So I do recommend that one, and it did save me. And so I can't lie, I like it. But I also like this Whip It, and it looks very whippy in the pan, in the jar, really. But once you put it on, it just melts into your face. And this is supposed to be kind of like a Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream, with the concept that it's a makeup primer, or it plays really well with the makeup that comes after it. She doesn't go as far as saying that it's a primer. All right, I gotta get going. We have to get into the Warpaint. We need to get into the Warpaint. So let me just press that in a little bit. I'm gonna go in with just my standard Warpaint, my NARS Pot concealer, and I'm gonna use a little bit of Kosas and a little bit of my House Labs concealer, and call it good. So let's go in. I'm just using one of these little Q-tips that I really love. They have like a flat head to them. Is that it? I love these things. Whenever I see them in a shop, I always get them, the flat-headed ones, because you don't always find them. No, big fan of tools. If you're tracking my channel, you'll know. So speaking of tracking my channel, maybe some of you are like, so what did you end up doing for your birthday? The last time we saw you was the eve of your birthday, and you were very excited. Yes, I was very excited because I went shopping. I got this sweater, and I got the black pants that I'm wearing with this sweater. I got a lot of like sweaters and tops, like work clothes attire, just to freshen up the wardrobe. I feel like that's necessary, right? Wardrobes get tiring, so even just one or two little purchases. All right, that was shade Vanilla. So this is literally war painting. So now I'm just kind of going in and filling in where I didn't hit with that NARS. But I was just saying, like, new pieces for your wardrobe, they really can make a difference. Even if it's just one or two, can spruce the whole thing up. Now, the deal with the war paint is you can really put it anywhere you want. I used yesterday when I was war painting, or every day is a battle. I used my On Real Skin Sheer Glow Tint. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Hydrating Foundation Stick, which I was not a fan of it for foundation. In fact, it went in a giveaway when I was decluttering out of Canada. But I bought a deeper shade when I bought the foundation stick when it came out, so I could use it, to warm up my face. And I do like the formula for that. So there is that. So we're just plugging that in instead of using like a Merit or a Too Faced stick to give some warmth and depth of color to my face. I'm just going in with the Charlotte Tilbury foundation stick. I think this is plenty. Actually, no, we need some color. We are 52 and in hue. Let's go in with the Glow Recipe sort of fleshy blushes. I really like this berry shade. And they smell so nice too. We're just like literally just gonna go in and try to get some fleshy blushy going on in these areas, because I'm gonna just this is where I normally go scare the husband and go make my coffee. But we're gonna go ahead and blend this out. So we are in the first B stage of the swab lips. And honestly, like, I'm not gonna go in for a base. My get ready, it should really just be swab lips, not swabbable lips, because I got the two B's, right? I've got a blend going on, but I don't think I'm going to do put on more base in a blend. I just don't think I will, because I don't have time. I really don't have time. I'll probably actually upload this when I get home from work, my friends. So I'm going to go the whole day, like, so happy that I got in here and I was able to like turn on and feel like, even though I didn't upload right away, so I can't get your feedback in the comments, I know that we got to hang out together this morning. All right, so I am doing my very best to blend this in. I mean, I really don't need a base, because the next step is lips, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get this thing open, and I have to just draw these lips on and and move on. So after my lips, I'll inspect. I'll be like, what did I miss? Do I really need to touch up another place with anything? And mostly I'm talking concealer product, and then I'm going to go right into powder and spray and get out the door. All right, so here we go. I feel like I'm pretty blended. I feel pretty smoothed out. Again, makeup isn't going to get rid of our like imperfections. It's just not going to cover everything up. We have to be realistic. I've already accepted that point, but I do feel like it smooths me out. It makes me a little bit better. So I am not going to go in with a base, and so I don't need to blend again. So let's go ahead and throw on the lips. Let's use this Makeup Forever. I think this is Anywhere Caffeine shade. And I usually mix my Makeup Forever liner with my Charlotte Tilbury liner. That's kind of my go-to that I have been doing as I get ready. And I've been keeping, what is this? I think this is Hot Gossip from Charlotte Tilbury. And I've been keeping a couple lip liners in my desk drawer as well. So, I mean, we're getting all this color just from the lip liner alone. And that's pretty amazing. I'm just going to look for a gloss. Going to go with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk gloss. This does not take very long to throw a lip on. Should I have gone a bit more nude with the sweater? Maybe, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so we've done the lips. Let's get into the P. Swab lips. We're going to do some powder. We're going to get out the Charlotte Tilbury palette. And I'm just going to be very, very quick about this. Honestly, when I showed you guys this before, I put this shimmer on first. That was like a boo-boo. They tell you to. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did. So let's use For Real the number 2 shade. I just like I splatter. It's not like it's paint. I just kind of like smudge this all around my lids. And let me talk to you about smudging, because there were some tips and tricks that I picked up from the Charlotte Tilbury makeup artist when I was in London. And one of them was about smudging. There is such an art to smudging, especially when it comes to like the eyeliner, because I told her, I'm like, no matter what eyeliner, I'm still using number 2. I said, no matter what eyeliner I go in with, I still manage to make a mess of it, or it bleed, like it like transfers, and you know, I have to be paranoid. I've got black eyes, and that makes me insecure when I'm at work or in meetings. And she said like the key is really smudging. Like she put eyeliner on my waterline, and then she just like really smudged it out to make it, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the number 3 and put it on the outside here in my crease. I don't know. That's what she did. Anyway, I thought she actually did a good job with the shadow. I just regretted letting her put on so much mascara. Even the eyeliner was fine. I think the eyeliner and the shadow look that she did was perfect. I just never should have let her put on all of the all the mascara. So anyway, she was all about the smudging, but I think everybody knows that. I'm just a little late to the game. Now, if I did want to put on some shimmer, I just take it with my finger and I'm just putting it right there on the lid. And I'm going in with this shimmer because it's so subtle. That's what I like about this whole palette. It's just, I think it's just so subtle, but it does come in a couple of different shades. So you can get a deeper bronzier look. I think bronze is even in the title. Okay, let's keep going with the powder. Is even in the title of the other shade. I just picked the lightest palette because it's let's face it, it's summer is fleeting. Wait, summer's gone, fall is fleeting, winter's upon us, and I'm looking a little pale. All right, again, like it just feels so weird to have that setting powder step right here in the palette itself. Like I've had all over face palettes before, but I love this as like the perfect 7-pan palette. I mean, maybe we'll even put on a little bit of highlighter, just maybe. All right, let's warm up the face with, I'm going to switch brushes and go in with a little bit of the powder bronzer. Oop, I hear the coffee bean machine getting beanie out there. Look at that. I like really instantly warmed up my face. I'm going to have to take my big super fluffy brush and smooth out those edges. But this is just me going like really fast. Like I'm sure that you do too. We go really fast. We try our best and always hope for the best. Here's a big fluffy brush that I can just really kind of blend it all now. Like I'm just blending this whole side of my face. Got the setting powder. I've got the eyeshadow. I'm just really trying to blend it in, and like I do achieve my goal. My goal, and I've said this before, is to go through the day and for my makeup to just organically disappear from my face. So I start off the day, you know, looking like we all do, with the hair, with the everything. Start off the day looking not so bad, not so shabby, right? Clean up pretty well. And then by the end of the day, it's just sort of organically all just dissipated, and anyway, in my opinion, makes for a really easy face wash. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. I hope you enjoyed my swab lips demonstration, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.